Today's thought is for September the 3rd, based on the readings 2 Kings 8, Lamentations 4 and 2 Corinthians 1 and 2. The theme for the thought is, that was to make us rely on God. What thought-challenging verses we had today as we started to read the 2nd of Corinthians. Paul writes of his experiences of afflictions and the comfort God gives him to cope with them, and yet his comfort is also founded on the comfort believers give to each other. The Father of mercies, writes Paul, comforts us in all our affliction, so that we may be able to comfort those who are in any affliction, with the comfort with which we ourselves have been comforted by God. Paul, like Jeremiah, had a frightening experience and tells them we were so utterly burdened beyond our strength that we despaired of life itself. Indeed, we felt that we had received the sentence of death, but that was to make us rely not on ourselves, but on God. What intense faith-challenging experiences Paul had, but such experiences are faith-building. As a result of passing through them, they lead them to, as with all the committed believers, to draw near with a true heart, in full assurance of faith, with our hearts sprinkled clean from an evil conscience. We note how Paul went on to express his convictions of God's overriding care. He delivered us from such a deadly peril, and he will deliver us. On him we have set our hope that he will deliver us again. Then Paul makes a point we must take careful note of. You must also help us by prayer, so that many will give thanks on our behalf for the blessings granted us through the prayers of the many. And in praying, may it be that we can, like Paul, do so with a clear conscience. For in the next verse we read, "For our boast is this, the testimony of our conscience, that we behaved in the world with simplicity and godly sincerity, not by earthly wisdom, but by the grace of God." And the grace of God, may we learn to rely on not ourselves, but on God. As this world falls ever greater into disarray and increasing ungodliness, that will become even more essential.
This thought was written by David Cowdery.
To read this thought online or to view and purchase other Christadelphian literature, please come to www.thechristadelphian.com.